What's up, guys? It's your boy Rome Leggins back again with another video. Yes, we back again. Welcome to He Smells Like Rome. For those who just joined me for the first time, welcome. Appreciate you guys joining. Here on this channel, we talk about niche fragrances. We talk about hard to find fragrances, luxury fragrances. When I talk about niche fragrances, I'm talking about something that is not talked about in this community, something that's not hyped. If you're looking for a fragrance that's unique and hard to find, this is the channel to check out. Do me a favor, at the end of the video, if you like what you've seen, please subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you like about the video. Share this with your friends. Give it a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate you guys' support. Here with the Smell Good guys, this is a good place to be. All right, with that said, this is the top 10 Juliet Maud fragrance. It's a fragrance house based in Paris. They are a husband and wife couple that decided to make fragrance house depicting and showcasing their love for each other, their journeys, their experiences, and their travels throughout the whole world. So if you want to know what my favorite fragrances are from Juliet Maud, sit back, relax, get your popcorn. It's about to go down. Let's go. All right, like I said, the top 10 Juliet Maud, my favorite Juliet Maud fragrances. Now, when I tell you, I've been collecting this house for a better part of 10 years, and it is one of my favorite fragrance houses. I said this before and I'll say it again. They tell a story. They want you to know how they fell in love, where they fell in love. They want to tell you where they've been in the world and, you know, show you some of the fragrances or the experiences that are invoked in the fragrances by telling the story through smell. So I'm gonna give you all my favorite ones, and I got some bangers for you. We're gonna start it off with one of my all-time favorite fragrances from the house, and it's one of my earlier fragrances that I purchased when I first got involved and started falling in love with Juliet Maud. And that fragrance is Thérèse Saint Germaine. I know I'm not French, so I probably screwed that up, but this is one of the best fragrances for the spring you'll ever come across. If you like rhubarb, if you are a fan of citrus notes, rhubarb, and a nice, warm, subtle, creamy, woody dry down, this is the fragrance to get. I love it because it's refreshing in the opening. It holds its, uniqueness with this rhubarb note, and in the dry down, it's still good for the cooler part of the spring when it's just hitting the 65, 70 degree weather where you still get a little coolness. This is a must-have for the spring. Thérèse Saint Germaine, number 10. Let's go check out the next one. All right, another great fragrance. This is one of their newer fragrances, just dropped in, I think it was 2022, 2023. I think it's 2022. This fragrance is a green aromatic, and for me, kind of has that Rastafarian vibe. This one is Ganja Oud. Yes, yep, Ganja Oud. You're not mistaken. This fragrance definitely has a unique, prominent cannabis note in the opening. It's mixed with, some floral notes. It's also mixed with a note that I mentioned in the last fragrance, which is rhubarb. But this fragrance sits on the greener side for me. But with that cannabis meets floral, it is a fantastic fragrance. Surprisingly, the oud note is not very heavy in this fragrance. It still carries a uniqueness when you smell this woody tone. The woodiness has a slight, I would say a rich animalistic note, but it also has this airiness where the sandalwood comes in there. So you have, I would say, more of the airy meets herbal meets floral notes, and that unique rhubarb gives it that Caribbean style. So if you can imagine the, I would say, cannabis Smoky a little smoky, but with that Twizzler smell mixed with like a herbal greenness. A must-have, fantastic fragrance, a unique fragrance, Ganja Oud at number 9. Let's go check out the next one. All right, so the next fragrance I want to tell you guys about, this one right here, is dear to my heart, but it's not actually my fragrance. This is a fragrance I gifted my wife for her birthday. And when I smelled this probably about 4 years ago, I said, this is one of the best, one of the most unbelievably gorgeous floral fragrances I've ever smelled. And that is Badana. You talking about sexy? You talking about make your head do a snap? Who's wearing that? This is that fragrance. The richness from the opening with a ginger note mixed with this almost awakening bergamot citrus note. It's very bright, it's very citrusy, but it has a sweetness to it. That spiced ginger combined with the floral notes and the dry down with a May rose. This is fantastic. Not to mention it has a really good combination. If you want to mix ylang-ylang with jasmine, that is probably the best part of the fragrance because it lingers from the mid to the dry down. Guys, get your girl this fragrance. Badana is a banger, and it's, for me, it teeters on the side of playful meets elegant. Not like something that is going to be your grandma wearing. Nah, this is playful with the floral notes, but elegant with this kind of almost erotic smell. Yes, Badana is a must-have. Let's go check out the next one. All right, so next up, this is probably one of my treasures. You guys know I'm a rose lover. I love rose, and Juliette Maude is one of the fragrance houses that has done it right. And I don't want a rose that smells super floral or is the same type of smell that I usually get, either super green or super floral. No, this one right here, Ninja. This fragrance shocked me. I ain't gonna lie, not just because of the beautiful presentation, which is absolutely gorgeous, but the smell, because this was more dark rose meets resinous, and resinous meets warm and jammy. That's what made me say, oh yes, this joint right here, this has to be in my collection. I love wearing this, and I've worn this probably every Valentine's Day since I've had it. Maybe I missed one, but I was saying the last maybe 5 to 6 Valentine's Day I wore this fragrance. Like I said, the rose is the prominent note, the most in-your-face rose you'll ever meet, because not only do you have a Turkish rose, I believe it has a Bulgarian rose in here, mixed with oud, mixed with the smokiness, and then the dry down is just where that resinous meets kind of jamminess. The combination is stunning. If you want something that gives you rose meets smoky meets resinous but gives you a pinch of creaminess, this right here is what you need in your collection. You can thank me later. Let's go check out the next one. The next fragrance is a must-have for the summer. This one surprised me also because I did not think I was going to like it, because I don't really typically like traditional summer base fragrance. But this one, absolutely, you guys need it in your collection. It's from the newer fragrance line from Juliette Maude. It just came out 2 years ago. And that fragrance is called Bergamot Twist. That makes my mouth water every time I smell this fragrance. Pink pepper, iris, bergamot in the opening. is what I get. The bergamot is absolutely one of those more refreshing, cleaner smells. It still leans onto the citrus side, but it's clean. The lavender lends a helping hand to that cleanliness. And then the iris gives it this powdery nuance that just blows my mind. This is just a gorgeous fragrance. I thought it was just gonna be citrus. No, they played around with the fragrance where it's citrusy, and then at the end of the fragrance, it also smells almost like either vodka tonic or gin tonic, something in there. It has a white booziness to it. Oh, this is a must-have if you are looking for summer-based fragrances. Bergamot Twist, you gotta get it. All right, let's check out the next one. The next fragrance I have is another summer banger, but this, I'm sorry, Bergamot Twist is great. It's a fantastic fragrance, but this one right here, I've been wanting forever. Since they dropped it, I said this, I need it in my collection. And that fragrance I'm talking about is Aqua Sexus. Oh my goodness. Aqua Sexus. You guys know I love Cecile Zarokian. She's my favorite perfumer. She created this beautiful, gorgeous thing. Now, for me, the winner or the best note in this fragrance is the fig. The fig is fantastic. Yes, you have the lemon lime, the bergamot. You have all those beautiful nuances, but this has an oceanic vibe to this fragrance. It is just something out of this world. I've never smelled anything like it. I don't want to smell anything like it. I know that this is my vacation fragrance. I bring it last year on vacation. I'm gonna bring it again when I go on vacation this year. You already see I put a pretty decent dent in that thing already. I've only worn it for 2 months. But yeah, Aqua Sexus, a must-have. Fantastic fragrance. I'm getting the backup of this joint right here because I know 50 ml isn't gonna be enough for me. All right, let's go check out the next one. All right, this next fragrance I have for you guys, this one caught my attention because it reminded me of one of my favorite fragrances. And I was stunned, I was baffled because I was like, what does this fragrance remind me of? I'm going like, what is this? Is this that? Is this something else? Nah, I'm like, God damn, I know what this is, but I couldn't put my nose on it. Wore it a couple of days and it dawned on me. Light bulb went off. I said, oh. The fragrance I'm talking about is Vetiver Cure. Yes, Vetiver Cure is earthy meets leather. The vetiver is not what I would consider a shouting presentation of here I am, vetiver is in the building. No. This fragrance reminds me of not a leather version, not a suede version, but a leather version of Amor di Palazo. And I say that because the vetiver gives it this smoky greenness, this earthiness, but it leans more on this worn leather that has characteristics of Amor di Palazo. And it was bugging me out because I was like, man, oh, that's what it is. Hints of it throughout the entire fragrance. But the vetiver does make it its own. It changes it a lot. It makes it unique. So if you want a vetiver based fragrance that has a stronger leather note, Vetiver Cure is something you need to get, especially if you like Amor di Palazo. It's a lot, not gonna say a lot cheaper, it's half the price. So there you go. All right, let's check out the next one. The next fragrance, without any question, is the perfect wedding fragrance. Leaning a little bit more on the feminine side, but I think a man could wear this without any problem if you like iris fragrances. The fragrance I'm talking about is Noisette Iris, or how do you say it? I know I'm screwing the name up. All right, I know. Noisette Iris. There you go. Noisette is a powder, woody, rose meets vanilla fragrance. Leaning way more on the powdery side, in my opinion, which I love so much. This thing is calling or pulling strings to my heart because I've never experienced a airiness, a more delicate rose that didn't scream lady, woman, princess. Usually that's where that, or baby, like a newborn baby. That's usually where Iris comes because it's powdery. This one has such a delicate side to it, but it leans in between feminine to teetering that I would say unisex side, which I'm okay with. And I say that because Iris meets coffee with vanilla, and I would say a powdered vanilla, stay with me, a powdered vanilla mixed with a very clean Iris, almost Johnson & Johnson baby powder Iris, yes. But rose, coffee, vanilla, holding on to one side of the rope, and then the Iris basically just manhandling the other side in a tug of war, but you see it go back and forth. A beautiful, stunning fragrance. And I think that if anybody wanted to wear this to a wedding or a special occasion, it is a must-have. All right? That one, that's a sneaker. Trust me, get it, get a sample. Let me know what you think. I guarantee you'll be like, yo, Rome was right. I guarantee you someone's gonna wear it to their wedding. All right? Let's go check out the next one. All right, we down to the top two, y'all. I had to save the top two. These are the best of the best in my opinion. And they also two of the fragrances that I'm running out of. Come on, y'all gotta help me, man. I need more Julie Mott fragrances. I'm gonna open up, what do they call it, GoFundMe, because these things ain't cheap. I need some more. The fragrance I'm talking about, y'all, this one is Nia. See, I told you I don't have a lot. look at this, man. The reason I have a lot because I wore the heck out of this thing when it first came out. I remember going to Mint, New York. This is how long I had this. I remember going to Mint, New York and picking this up on a vacation I had and was so psyched to get this in my collection. If you're talking about a seductive fragrance, look no further. Sweet, seductive, and I would say borderline dangerous depending on who you wearing this around. Pomegranate, caramel, vanilla, dates, and I think this has, if I'm not mistaken, a plum note in it. Bruh, y'all don't understand. I will put this up against any of these fragrances that get hyped out of his mind. I'm not gonna throw a bunch of names out there, but you guys know what I'm talking about. This fragrance here, this one here, will blow all of them out of the water. You're talking about a fragrance that you can wear summer day to the beach, you know, on a boat, summer night to a campfire, on a date, go inside of the club, sweat all over the place, and this thing will still come off smooth, beautiful, and sexy as can be. Y'all need this in y'all collection. Y'all need it. Nia is a banger. Go check out the notes. Y'all go do that. Or you can go look at my full review on these or any of the fragrances that I've mentioned because I have reviews for pretty much all of them. All right, let's go check out number one. Okay, we are at number one, and I know this is probably no surprise to my, loyal subscribers. For ones that have been following me for a minute, you guys know which one it is. For those who don't, I'm about to give you guys a gem, a treasure. That is Amor di Palazo. Yes, this is my baby. This is the fragrance I wore since I purchased it for my birthday every year for probably 5 years straight, maybe 6, something like that. And the reason why this is, in my opinion, the best fragrance that Julie Mott had and has ever made, and if they still making fragrances, I know they're coming out with some more new ones, but this is the best fragrance in their line, in my opinion. This is the best fragrance in my entire collection, still my favorite. Y'all seen my collection. I got off the chain fragrances that, you know, they smell fantastic. But the reason I love this fragrance is because of this unique, I would say, precious suede meets clove, introducing nutmeg that smells woody to me. I don't know why. And out of all my fragrances, I would say this has the most subtle, or I guess, is that a word? Subtle? Yeah, it's not subtle. This has the most subtle oud I've ever smelled. I hope that's a word. But when I tell you, the oud note does not come out of this fragrance until close to the dry down. But the suede note in this, mixed with that clove, gives you this warm, this cozy, this intimate, slightly sweet, woody tone. This is a must-have for anybody that loves suede, that loves subtle ouds, that love hints or pinches of sweetness mixed into a warm fragrance. This is it. Yep, this is number one. My favorite Juliette Mott fragrance in my entire collection, and a must-have in your collection if you love leather fragrances. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I've been wanting to do this for a minute. I can't believe I haven't done it. You know, I thought I did a top 10, but I looked back. I'm like, man, I never done, showed you guys my favorite fragrances from Juliette Mott. Now, there are probably 25 fragrances in Juliette Mott's collection. I don't have all of them, and I don't want to pretend that I do, but I want to tell you the ones that I've smelled, the ones that I have in my collection that are my favorites. I urge you guys to go check out their website. They have some fantastic fragrances. You can go to also Indigo Perfumery, and I'll link down below where you can purchase these fragrances from. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, you guys are my peoples. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what Juliette Mott fragrances you have in your collection or which ones you plan on picking up. All right, guys, until then, appreciate each and every one of you. I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this opportunity to speak with you guys. Until next time, like I always say, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Peace. God bless. In Jesus' name.
Drop this shit.